Hey, I'm Ryan.
I'm Louisa.
On today's podcast, we jump right into the deep end with our friend J.D. Walt answering questions about demons and something a little more lighthearted.
And this is Pastor Ryan on Answering Louisa.
Okay, ask the question.
Okay. If Jesus didn't create demons, how did they come to be?
That is a great question. For me to ask someone smarter than me. That's right, it's our favorite segment. It's where I call someone smarter than me to answer the question. Today, we're calling J.D. Walt. J.D. is sower-in-chief at Seedbed Publishing, and he was dean of the chapel at Asbury Seminary when I was a student there. J.D. Walt.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. It's Ryan Barnett.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, I'm here with my friend Louisa. Louisa is a youth at our church. She's 13, and she asks the best questions, and she's just asked me one that I need someone smarter than me to answer, and so I'm going to let her ask it of you.
Hey, Louisa.
Hey. If Jesus didn't create demons, how did they come to be?
Jeez, oh my gosh.
Now you see why I called you, JD.
Well, I do think that demons, and I'm not an expert here on this, but, there's a range of created beings in the heavens and, on the earth to some degree. There are angels, there are archangels, there are elders, there are the living creatures. You see all of this in different places in the Bible. And, then there are human beings, which are, the Bible says created a little lower than the angels.
Yeah.
And as I have understood demonic beings, they're a form of an angelic being. They're evil spirits. I think these things they are created by God, but they are in rebellion against God. They're not uncreated. They didn't exist in some sense pre-exist. So God had to create all that is.
Yeah.
We're certainly all that much that is actually an act of rebellion against the Creator of heaven and earth. That's how I think I would tackle it, Louisa. What do you think?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's why I ask y'all.
Yeah, and JD, I want to say that I think you have a lot of demons, buddy. So I feel like, no, I'm just kidding.
I believe in them. I've certainly encountered them. I'm impressed that Louisa believes that there are such a thing as demons and evil spirits. I think they're real. It's true.
It is. JD, we appreciate your help in answering this tough one.
Well, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. Maybe we can see a book sometime on this out of Seedbed.
Well, you'll have to write it.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Louisa can write it.
I
Louisa,
think
if you ever want to talk about Ryan, just give me a call.
No, we're going to have to go then. All right. Thanks, JD.
All right.
Bye. JD runs a publishing house called Seedbed and puts out great books. And someday I expect to see you authoring a title there. I think that's prophetic word.
I don't know about that, but We'll see.
So did you catch what he was saying about how demons are part of the created order, but they weren't created to be demonic, to do evil, but they were created, and because of their own fall, rebellion against God, they are agents of perpetuating evil in the world. Yeah. All right, good. Let's do one more.
Why do people die so much younger now when in the Bible they lived long lives?
Yeah, it's part of the consequence of the fall. As a result of our sin, God said, I won't contend with man forever, and so I'm going to limit his days. Interestingly enough, and to me this is super fascinating historical stuff, most ancient literature refer to the longevity of man, like long life, and then they record some sort of deluge event, flood event, and then after the flood, lifetimes get increasingly shorter. So even like there's a Sumerian kings list where the kings are, two kings together ruling for like 50,000 years or something.
Wow.
Right? But then there's a flood that gets recorded in the Samaritan literature. And then after the flood, it's like the rule of kings becomes like 1,000 years, and then it steadily gets smaller and smaller. So there's, to me, that's just fascinating that even secular civilizations record some of the same things with different interpretation than we provide, that our biblical text does, but it corresponds with kind of the historical memory of humankind. But that's our understanding of why humanity's life got shorter, was as a consequence of sin. We were created to be eternal, though. I mean, man's not supposed to die. It is just what Eve said. Like, God said, if we eat this, we'll surely die. Devil's like, oh, you won't surely die. Well, it turns out God didn't lie. The devil did, because that's his native language. So that's, I think that's probably the best answer that I can give. Is it good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we need to call JD back? No.
No.
Yeah. I'm telling you, much smarter than me, though. All right. Well, good questions. Enjoyed having JD and Louisa having JD on the podcast with Louisa and I today. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. We'll see you guys next time.